Hey everybody, and welcome to another Brie Book Reviews video. Today's video will be a Friday Reads video. Yay! I have not done a Friday Reads video in a very, very long time. It's not something that I consistently do because a lot of times weekends will come up and I won't do any reading on the weekend, but I do plan on doing a lot of reading this coming weekend, so let me just show you what I have here. There are two novels that I am actively reading right now. One of them actually I'm more listening to on audiobook. So the first one is The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson. This is the second book in the Remnant Chronicles series, and I'm actually listening to this on audiobook. I am about halfway right now. Really enjoying it. Kind of set it aside while I had finished Empire of Storms, but now that I'm done with that, which I will have some thoughts on that at my wrap-up at the end of the month, I'm definitely getting back to finishing this. I really like our main character, Leah, and in this book we learn a lot more about one of the other main characters, Caden, and it's really interesting to hear his backstory. I'm really interested. I'm kind of making some guesses as to his background. If you all have read this series, you kind of know what I'm talking about. I haven't gotten to the point whether he reveals it or not. I don't know if he'll reveal who his father is in this book, but I am making some educated guesses, so I'm super excited to find out if I'm right, and yeah, I am enjoying this a lot. Endure by Sarah B. Larson. This is the third and final book in the Defy trilogy, and I'm kind of like more listening to the other one than I am actively reading this one, because like when I sit down to physically read a book, it's kind of difficult for me right now. I've been more into reading manga than physical books, but this will be getting done and read this weekend because it's just so tiny. There's really no reason to not read it. So I will be getting to reading this and figuring out what happens at the end. I'm excited to see how this trilogy concludes. So the first manga that I am in the middle of reading is Haikyuu Volume 1 by Haruichi Furudate, and this is a sports manga about volleyball. I am not... Okay, so you guys know I told you that I'm in the middle of season 1 of this series right now. I have not been watching more of it lately, even though it's kind of been on like my bucket list of stuff to watch here in the fall season. Because I will explain more in another video. I really need to do a separate video all about the current anime that I'm watching right now because I really want to talk about it a lot. But this is not one of them. I do want to read this volume because this is a manga that will be getting released on a monthly basis, and I want to make sure that I'm kept up to date with it so I don't fall behind, because with monthly releases like that, I tend to fall behind on collecting the manga, which my next manga haul is kind of like mostly catch-ups to series that I've already previously shown you guys that I started, but highly enjoying it. It's very funny. Who doesn't love sports manga, right? And the other one that I am in the middle of reading is The Ancient Mage's Bride by Kora Yumazaki. This is the first volume, and I am almost done with volume 1. Kind of trying to get an idea of where the story is going at the moment. I wasn't too sure going into it what it was even really about. All I know is that this girl was sold into slavery, and this gentleman here purchased him. He is a wizard mage guy. He's purchased her and has decided to make her his apprentice and teach her how to be a mage as well, and he also revealed in this volume that he not only purchased her to teach her magic, but he also wants her to be his bride. I have no idea if this manga shifts to being like a romance. At this point in time, it's not really. It's kind of odd to hear him say that he wants her as a bride because he's very fatherly over her at this point in the series. I'm not even done with volume 1, so it's really hard to see them as like a couple right now, and I don't know if this turns into a romance shoujo. At this point it's just like about the fantasy aspect, and her powers are very interesting and we're learning more about them. Also, I did watch the first episode of the anime adaptation to this, which I think there's only one episode out. I'm not sure if it's an OVA series or if it's planning on being a longer running anime. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. You know, it reminded me of a Miyazaki movie in the way that the fantasy elements are portrayed in the anime. It was very Miyazaki-esque, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke kind of animation. So if you're into Studio Ghibli movies, I really highly suggest watching the anime for this. It gave off those vibes to me which I love because I love Ghibli movies. Who doesn't? Right? So that's all that I'm like currently reading at the moment. If I finish Heart of Betrayal, I do plan on finishing up that trilogy, The Beauty of Darkness, which is the third and final book in the series, and I probably will start it on the weekend, but won't finish it because it's like humongous, and I have other things that I'm reading. Another thing that I really, really want to get to this weekend is Vinland Saga Volume 2 by Makoto Yukimura. So I don't know why it took me so long to finish Volume 1. It was something that I was supposed to do in a reading challenge that I participated in like a month or two ago, and I never really got anywhere with it, and I completely forgot about it and picked it up yesterday, read the rest of Volume 1, and the end of Volume 1 is fantastic. I have to continue the series. I only own the first 3 volumes, which I know I'm going to end up picking more volumes up very, very soon. It's just that money is really tight right now, and I have to be honest, the thing that I'm really, really wanting to spend my money on coming up very soon is, I believe it's October 4th, around that date, the 3rd box set for One Piece comes out, which has volumes like 40 something through 70 or something like that, and I want to buy it, and it's like $150 or something on Amazon right now. So I know that I want to spend some money on that, and that's in like another 2 weeks. So I'm kind of holding back on buying manga. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I've recently purchased a lot of manga, and I will show that in my next manga haul coming very, very soon. I'm probably going to pre-record it today. So I have purchased a lot of manga, which is why I'm holding back, because I want to purchase more. But I'm like, do I want to purchase more of these other ones, or do I want to wait and go ahead and pick up the box set? I need the box set, because once I buy the box set, that'll only be like 10 volumes. Are they in like, they're in like volume 80 or 81? I'm not 100% sure. I have no idea, but it's around that line. So if I buy this box set, right now I'm way behind. I only have through volumes like 49 or something. But once I buy this box set, I'll be closer to where the manga is currently released now. So I will be collecting the rest of that. So the box set is just going to be the easiest way to catch up. So it needs to happen, and it needs to happen like as soon as it comes out. So that is all for this Friday Reads. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys are reading this weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!